God wants to heal you physically, mentally, and spiritually. But here's the real question. Do you want to be healed? That might sound strange. Of course I want to be healed, right? But let's be honest. Some of us have lived with pain for so long, of physical pain, emotional wounds, silent battles of the mind, that healing, it doesn't even feel realistic anymore. In John chapter 5, Jesus walks into a place called Bethesda. It's a pool, like a healing pool. And it's surrounded by people who were sick and blind, paralyzed. And he stops in front of a man who's laying on a mat, a man who had been laying there for 38 years. That's a lifetime of waiting and watching and hoping and hurting. And Jesus, he doesn't start with pity. He doesn't even ask, what's wrong? He asks, do you want to get well? That's not just a question about the body. That's a question about the heart. Because sometimes, without realizing it, we wrap our identity around our condition. We get used to being the one who's hurting, or the one who's stuck, or the one who always struggles. And when you've been in that place for long enough, healing doesn't always feel like hope. It feels like a loss. The pain has been your story. The fear has been your safety. And the mat, that's become your home. And Jesus knew that. And that's why he asked, not to shame the man, but to awaken something inside of him. Because healing doesn't happen unless there's a yes in your heart. You have to want it, not just relief, but real change. And the man says, I have no one to help me into the pool when the water is stirred. In other words, what he's saying is, I've been trying, I've been waiting, but it's never my turn. How many of us have felt like that? Like healing was for someone else, like your moment has just passed you by. But Jesus, he doesn't wait for the water to move. He doesn't wait for the man to have a breakthrough. He just speaks, says, get up, pick up your mat, and walk. Picking up that mat, that was a statement of faith. It meant that he wasn't planning to come back. No backup plan, no turning around, just a quiet confidence that says, when Jesus speaks, I move. And that's where healing begins. And it didn't happen because the man had great faith. It happened because Jesus is full of mercy. And that same Jesus, he sees you right now. He knows your story. He sees how long it's been. And he's still asking, do you want to be healed? Because he still heals bodies. He still restores hearts. He still breaks chains that have held people for decades. Isaiah 53 says, by his wounds we are healed. And Psalm 147 says, he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. So whether your pain is physical, emotional, or spiritual, don't let the years talk you out of the miracle. God wants to make you whole, and healing starts with surrender. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to fix yourself first. You just have to say yes. You are not your pain. You are not your past. You are not your diagnosis. You are loved. You are seen. And you are not beyond healing. So don't settle for just surviving. Not when Jesus is calling you to rise. Just say yes. Pick up your mat and walk. I'll see you in the next one.